Hello. I don't normally do true crime on this channel, and I'm at this stage have no plans to cover any further true crime unless it relates to anything political. However, there's been one case that I've been following for a few years, only because it was so horrific that I just wanted to find out who was responsible for the double murders, and I'm referring to Delphi in Indiana, where Abigail Williams and Liberty German, two very young teenage girls, 13 and 14 respectively, were murdered back in February of 2017. The circumstances surrounding their murders have been restricted. The Indiana State Police have not revealed any details regarding the circumstances of the murder, how they were murdered, what weapon was used. The only slight insight we've ever had was an FBI affidavit for the search of a local property, in which they said that the wounds sustained by the two girls would have meant heavy blood loss. Today there was a press conference by the Indiana State Police to confirm that they have a man in custody for the murders. His name is Richard Allen, and he is a local of Delphi. He used to work at the local CVS, which for people in the UK I understand is like Boots. He was a medical technician. And this gentleman, this killer I should say, although he is innocent until proven guilty, was hiding in plain sight. Obviously the murders took place in 2017 and the arrest has only just been made. Well, it was last Wednesday, I believe. So it's taken a while. Cheers. I just wanted to record this video because there are a few crimes I think we all have in life where we want to know who it was that carried them out, because they've been a mystery for so long. For me, this was one of them, the Delphi murders, and the other one obviously is Madeleine McCann. Before I die, I would like to get some resolution on that, on Madeleine McCann, on what happened to her. But luckily enough, with the new events that have happened over in America, not only do we get a name, but we get a face for the Delphi murders. Again, I must stress that he is innocent until proven guilty, but the fact that he has been arrested and charged with the two murders, he's been denied bond or bail, and he's been moved to a court lockup, a local lockup for his own protection, generally suggests that they've got the right person. And in the press conference today that took place, they said that. Not that they had their right man, although Toe Blazenby, who's the sort of the chief of the local police, he kind of let it slip. However, this Richard Allen has been charged with the double murder. And for me, it was just, I wouldn't say it was a morbid fascination. I just wanted to know who it was that was capable of just killing two teenage girls who were out of school on a snow day. So sorry, they were on holiday, and they were just hiking the local trail, and he turned up and murdered them. I can't relate to that. I can't relate to those actions or the mindset. I don't think I'd want to. But the good news is for the community in Delphi, for Abby and Libby's parents and their extended family, the killer is now off the streets and in custody. There's going to be a pre-trial hearing in January next year with a view to going to trial in March next year. It's an important development in a case that, as I say, appeared to be dormant for so many years. It's almost 6 years. But it just goes to show that the Indiana State Police have not rested on their laurels or stopped doing what they were doing. Doug Carter, who is, I guess he's a senior state police, people who know the case, please don't hold me up, I'm trying to do my best here. I followed it, but I'm not really following who all these individual people are. I just know that Doug Carter is he's senior to the state police. He's the one that always talks at press conferences. He's also the one that has invested a great deal of emotion into the case and wanting to get justice for the parents and for Abby and Libby. That's all I really wanted to say. The picture that you'll find in the thumbnail for this video is of Richard Allen, the killer, or the alleged killer. I can't. It's going to be very cliched to say, well, he looks like a killer, blah blah blah, but he wasn't. Apparently, he was a very cordial person. Where he worked, he didn't have any particular character flaws that would flag him up. He was a congenial person, although he was quiet. He was potentially a killer hiding in plain sight to the community that he had so cruelly denied of two teenage girls. At the time of the murders, he was 45. Statistically speaking, he's a bit of an anomaly, in so much as when you're that age, you don't start your criminal career off with a double murder. So the question is has he committed crimes before that and after the murders, actually, that have never been tied to him? I think that's going to be something that the police will look into, because, as I say, statistically speaking, he's likely to have committed more crimes. We won't know any more further details now until the affidavits or the charging sheets are made public, which is unlikely. I don't think that will happen until he goes to trial. And media over in Indiana are reporting that he's uncooperative, and he entered a plea of not guilty when he was charged on Friday. Obviously, it would be best for everyone if he pled guilty, and it spares the family the trial. Indiana is a state that carries the death penalty, so that may be a factor in him pleading guilty prior to trial. You're more likely to get a life sentence with no chance of parole, which for him would be a death sentence anyway. He'd spend the rest of his life in prison. That's it. I just wanted to say that it's quite an historic day today regarding this particular crime, and I'm glad arrests have been made. I never actually gave up hope that someone would be held to account. It's the same for Madeleine McCann as well. I've not given up hope that somebody will be held responsible for what happened to her. But it's just good that this particular crime in Delphi, horrendous, absolutely horrendous and barbaric, that somebody has finally been arrested and charged with their murders. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry for my deviation from covering topics in the UK, but I really did want to make this video just to let people know that a crime that took place back in 2017, which has now reached international coverage, that somebody has actually been found, charged and arrested for those crimes. Thank you for watching. Have a good week.